All right, so as you saw, I had the Bauer surface conditioning tool out, that little guy down there. That's a good buy. You should buy one of those. Probably the best thing for removing paint. It's better than stripper, that's for sure. I mean, short of having somebody media blast it for you, that's probably the best way. So anyways, we cleaned that up enough so that we could go ahead and weld that on, weld this one on. I did weld these on. You can see some tacks here, and then I took them back off because I needed to go back a little bit with them so that the fronts matched up and the tops matched up. Not the point. Anyways, so I'm getting ready over there to slice the filler plates to fill these in. So once I get those cut, I will fit, and then I'll weld the inside of these. Once I get it fitted where it needs to be, we'll tack this up. We have one problem. I don't have much gas left in my welder, and it's Saturday, so I can't go get more gas. So we are going to pick and choose how we do this today and try to get as far as we can. We try to be smart about how we weld. You know, we'll probably just tack the top pieces in for now. The filler pieces, we'll tack them in coming forward. The back of it, we might do a little bit extra welding back there because there's some details I might want to attempt to do. I don't know how far we're going to get here. Yeah, we're going to run out of gas is what's going to happen. But that's okay. We'll get as far as we can get. Sneak peek, you ready? I'm going to show you guys real quick. Oh, that's all you get. That's all you get. All right, back to this. All right, I jumped ahead a little bit like I always do. But we got those filler pieces on top in. Like that. Like I said, I was going to take it easy on the welder because we're going to run out of gas. But we got those pieces in. I'll cut these pieces next and get these ones in. And then we got to figure out what we're doing in the center here. I'm not entirely sure. I might just jump to the back because that's probably easier to do than these pieces here. I'm going to have to make 4 separate pieces with detail pieces on them to put in here. And I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it yet. I might bolt them in. I might weld pieces at angle on here and put, you know, button heads into it because that's just more detail with the button heads. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for that. I might just jump to the back and do that part. I don't know. We'll get there. As per usual, I've jumped ahead. You can see we've got them boxed in, and then I'm actually starting to put the I-beam upper section piece on to make it look like I-beam. I did do a survey and asked if it should be laid down or standing up, this I-beam piece here. And majority of people said laying down. Up, down. Yeah, I don't know. Majority of people said laying down, so laying down it is. So that one's got the I-beam kind of on it. I'm gonna try to jump over to this one, but like I said before, we are on borrowed time with the welding gas, so try to get as far as we can here. I'm gonna cut 2 more of those, get them over here. Maybe I can get to the pieces coming down the front. Maybe we can get to the back section. I don't know how far we're gonna get. Let's go. All right, well, we're getting somewhere. Starting to look like something. Just step back so you can actually see it here. Yeah. Yep. That's what it's supposed to look like. This plate here that I'm working on is for the center here to cover this hole. It's the first plate in the center section, so I gotta bend it, and then these 2 pieces here are like accent stuff. So it's not just a random flat plate. I gotta cut some squares out of these and figure that out. Bend it. It's got to be bent to fit in there correctly. Yep. That's probably this piece. I'm going to finish this piece up, get that piece in there, and then we're probably going to be out of time for this episode. Probably going to be out of gas for this episode. But if I can get that piece in there, that will make a drastic difference to what we're looking at here. Fill that hole in the front there, and you know it'll really yeah, that's where we're headed. Let me get this piece made up. All right, I just finished this piece up. What you didn't see on camera there was I drilled some holes, and what I did was I spot welded them from the back side so that you don't see welds on the front. All right, let's get this piece on. All right, y'all. How's that for capping off an episode? I knew that piece was going to make a big difference. Covering in that hole in the front there, I knew that if I covered in that hole, it was going to make a huge difference in what we were looking at. That piece is cool. I like that piece. There's a little more detail to the one on the movie car, but that's, I mean, it breaks up that piece, and instead of it just being a flat panel, it gives it some character. And that is similar to what's on the car. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Not going to lie. Zoom out. Boop. Yeah. Yep. That is something right there. That's pretty cool. We got a lot more work to do. But we're definitely getting someplace. There's a ton of detail in this piece alone. And it's just, I'm doing it here, and while I'm doing it, I'm thinking to myself, this is a crap ton of work for cosmetics. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's just cosmetic. So we've got 3 more louver panels that we have to make for the center of this, and then the back of it is actually just kind of boxed in with some weird details and stuff on it. So we've got to do all of that in the center, which is more weird stuff like this front one. And then I got to box in this over here for this side. There's a ton of detail work here that has to happen to this alone, just this piece. This piece down here, we've got some detail work to do on the top of it. We got to do the I-beam still. We got to weld those pieces in like we did up here. And then there's detail work across the top. I got to make the grills that go in front of the headlights. And then we talked about cutting out the little spots down here that had like a bar across it, almost like a tow hook. I'm going to wait and do that last, but I think we're probably going to do that just to add some detail down lower on the bumper. And then we have to come back here and we have to integrate in the signals behind this grill because it has to have signals. But right now I need to go grocery shopping. So I'll talk to you guys later. Keep it creative and happy building.